So Vivo has a new Y series smartphone, the Y17. It's got a big screen, a glass-like back, triple rear cameras, 5000 mAh battery and Helio P35 chipset, and a price of 13K Philippine pesos. Does it have what it takes to justify its price point? Let's find out. The first thing you might notice is the size of this thing. A phone with a screen 6 inches and above is pretty normal to see nowadays, but this one is absolutely thick at 8.92mm. And if you're curious, it weighs 190.5 grams, which might feel uncomfortable if you have small hands. Like I said in our unboxing video, the Y17 has an eye-catching design. Compared to its other siblings in the Y series, the Y17 takes a fresher look without the starry gradient effect. Instead, it gives out some reflections when it gets hit by the light. Vivo calls it a mirror finish, which imitates a glass-like appearance when it's really plastic. It's got a glossy textured look with gold accents, making it look a little bit more premium. You'll also find at the back the fingerprint scanner, triple rear cameras, LED flash, and some Vivo branding. Still, the Y17 can be very prone to smudges too, so just pop on a case and you should be good. Now the unit we have here is in the mineral blue color, but there's also a mystic purple variant if you're interested. The volume and power buttons are located on the right. They're all tactile, well positioned, and are easily reachable even with just one hand. On the left is a triple card tray with slots for 2 nano SIM cards and a microSD card that's expandable up to 256GB. Up top is bare, while the bottom is packed with the headphone jack, microphone, single downward firing speaker, and micro USB port. Which, for the price, you would have expected a Type-C port, right? Now let's talk about the display. The Y17 has a 6.35-inch IPS LCD panel with a water drop notch for its front camera. It's got slim bezels, but a slightly thicker chin. Screen to body ratio is at 89% and resolution maxes out at 720p. Given the price, we would have expected a 1080p display here, but still, it's detailed enough for daily use and colors come out looking crisp and vivid. We're also giving plus points for the brightness, as we were able to use the phone under direct sunlight even at just 50%. It gets quite bright. It also has good viewing angles, and in the settings, you have the option to adjust the color temperature of the display to either cool, default, or warm, whichever your eyes prefer. Now quickly on audio quality. The single downward firing speaker delivers decent and loud sound, but do expect the lows to be audible only from time to time. Now when it comes to software, the Y17 runs on Android 9 Pie skinned with Vivo's FunTouch OS 9. By default, the home screen has a layout of 4x6 icons, but you can adjust it to 4x5 for bigger icons and 5x6 for smaller icons. The interface has the standard home screen style, but unfortunately you can't change it to a drawer style one. What I do like though is that you can even change the app icon shapes from circular to rounded corners or just straight up square. There's also a lot of useful features on board. It's got Vivo's AI assistant, Jovi, GameCube for gaming assistance, motorbike mode, smart motion, smart split, easy touch, one-handed mode, app clone, and task timer for productivity. It just takes some getting used to if you're not a long-time Vivo user. The phone supports both face and fingerprint unlock, which are both pretty fast and accurate. We also find it really adorable that the face recognition feature on the lock screen has a smiley emoji that changes colors to detect your face. It smiles when it recognizes your face, but if it doesn't recognize the face, the emoji shakes its head and gives you a sad face. It's a minor thing, but it's also an incredibly cute touch. Under the hood is a YugaTech Helio P35, which is not a very powerful chipset compared to other smartphones available now in the same price bracket. And also note that the Oppo A5s has the same chipset yet costs nearly half as much as the Y17. It comes with a PowerVR GE8320 GPU and 4GB of RAM plus 128GB of internal storage. And with the Y17, you can expect a smooth experience when doing basic tasks, such as social media browsing, video streaming, selfie taking, and the like. When it comes to gaming, having the GameCube feature enabled helps a little bit when handling notifications and multitasking actions. However, it doesn't really help much in boosting your actual gaming experience. Graphics-intensive games lag and have frame drops from time to time, so it's best to have your graphics settings at the lowest to reduce lags. We also ran the phone through our usual benchmark apps, so check out the results here. Other notable things that you need to know is that the Y17 doesn't heat up much even if you're a heavy user, and the Helio P35 is a really power efficient chipset, so you can maximize that huge 5000 mAh battery, which by the way is the true highlight of this phone. You get 18-watt dual-engine fast charging, and considering you get a 5000 mAh battery, it only takes an hour and a half to get to 100% from zero. But then again, it could have been better. In the PC Mark battery test, we got a total of 14 hours and 21 minutes. Meanwhile, in our standard video loop test, the device lasted for 20 hours and 25 minutes. So rest assured that this one can totally last you a day or even more depending on your usage. Alright, finally let's talk about those cameras. You get 3 lenses at the back, which include a 13 megapixel main shooter, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide angle lens, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, while over in front is a 20 megapixel selfie camera. The rear cameras do a very good job in producing photos with vivid colors guided with the right amount of contrast, especially in good lighting conditions. It's just lacking a little bit on details when you zoom in, and sometimes taking a picture is hit or miss, so be sure to tap your screen to get the right focus and exposure. But what I really like about this camera setup is the ultra-wide lens, as taking ultra-wide photos can be really useful and sometimes really fun. So far, ultra-wide shots from the Y17 are great, except that sometimes it gives a little bit of a fisheye effect, but hey, that's not always the case, and it gives some charm to your shots. Under low light though, it struggles, especially at nighttime. There's no dedicated night mode included in the camera app, so shots come out a bit grainy and very washed out. For selfies, the images produced by the Y17 look decent enough for social media posting. There's a dedicated AI beauty mode, however switching the beauty mode to max makes selfies look too processed. We recommend the standard AI setting as it makes the skin smooth while still looking natural. For videos, you can shoot up to 1080p, and it's also capable of shooting videos at ultra-wide, which is interesting. Here's an ultra-wide video sample, and as you can see, it produces a brighter and more colorful outcome compared to the standard video. Moving on to price. You get all of this for 12,999 pesos, or we can just say 13,000 pesos. The Y17 does have some pros up its sleeve, such as the incredible battery life, big bright display, decent cameras including a sweet ultra-wide angle lens. However, compared to its direct competitor, the Oppo A5s, as well as better phones such as the Realme 3 Pro and Redmi Note 7, it's a bit overpriced. So the Y17 isn't really the most bang you can get for your buck, and despite all the pluses you get with this thing, I'm having a hard time giving it an overall recommendation. Unless you're a fan of Vivo phones, and in which case you'll be getting a reliable daily driver with a big battery. So what do you guys think about the Y17? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon to miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit YugaTech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.